In March, state television reported on the annual Army Day celebration. In the 10 months since the cyclone, Burma's generals had tightened their grip on power, arresting anyone they suspected of dissent. 50% of the government's budget goes on military spending. Thousands of teenagers are forced into the army against their will. The generals keep power with an armed force 500,000 strong. After a perilous journey back to the Delta, one of our cameramen once again met up with 16-year-old Min. He was leaving the shelter of the Buddhist monastery. Min had decided to return to the village where he'd lived with his mother before she perished in the storm. When he reached his home, one of his old neighbors took Min to a shrine erected to the dead. Min set up home near where his old house had once stood. He had no job, and he'd borrowed money to buy rice and dried fish. As the months had passed, the government had gradually allowed some foreign aid to enter the Delta. Little of it had reached this village. The villagers said most of the aid was siphoned off by corrupt government officials. Yet Min still preferred to live here alone, with the memories of his mother. Another of our cameramen managed to return to the Karen orphanage. The focus had switched from feeding the orphans to helping them cope with their loss. Volunteers were encouraging the children to recount their experiences. They were also trying to give them the love and security the cyclone had taken from their lives. When Chordu arrived 9 months ago, he had only the clothes he was wearing. Now, he proudly displayed his new possessions.
Guna Belu said it, Guzo, Sagatodogo, Sassatato repeated. I would not bang out to go to Miba me or say machine, new machine, Piolo Yara, who are certain. I say that in Machido, the Machida Kaliri, the way to turn to Nide, and the Webio should move it long line. Sagule to choose a Gemari, Siamari Biji Gamma or to Temuto Sheila, Lima Ija de Sheila.
Lin Lin, still the youngest boy in the orphanage, had also made new friends. The Karen volunteers were working hard to maintain the orphans' faith. The people here were worried that the orphanage may be shut down. The regime doesn't like the fact that it's funded by Christians from the outside world. In the 1990s, the Karen in this area rose up against the Burmese military. The army defeated them with extraordinary savagery. In the east of the country, armed Karen groups continued to fight against the regime. Towards the end of our filming, the Burmese military, which had done so little to help its people after the cyclone, launched a massive offensive to crush the Karen resistance once and for all. Burma's generals regard these orphans as potential enemies. Ten months after the cyclone, one of our teams risked a further journey through the Delta. There was still little sign of the government's promised reconstruction. Our cameraman's goal was a final visit to the family of 3 orphans. When he met them, he found life had become increasingly tough. Salt water still poisoned the village wells, so the family had to rely on rainwater to drink. It was the height of the dry season, and the water was running out. Food was also getting low, and the children were down to the last of their rice. And there was another mouth to feed. A month before, one of the young women had given birth to a baby boy. Her husband was away looking for work. The only person working was 10-year-old Ye Pint. Each morning, he was delivering the dirty pond water for villagers to wash and cook with, just enough to earn money to buy food. In the 12 months since the storm, the 3 orphans had received a few packages of rice from the government and aid agencies. But to feed themselves, they were now getting further into debt. Ye Pint was worried about the effect the shortage of money and food was having on his little sister. A year after Cyclone Nargis, Burma's repressive government is still trying to keep the plight of its people from the rest of the world. Across the Delta, many thousands of desperate and traumatized orphans are battling to survive a life without parents, largely abandoned by a military regime that remains indifferent to their suffering.